I'm up at Mortimer's. It's Mortimer's picnic ground up at Bunyip State Forest on a pretty shitty Friday afternoon. Heading up to a spot called Four Brothers Rocks. So it's about 12k walk, so we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to be getting pretty wet at some stage today. But I haven't done much walking for a couple of weeks, so it'd be good to get out and stretch my legs a bit. I'm not sure, I think I've done this walk before. I've walked up there a lot. I can't remember exactly this walk. I found this one on all trails. But a lot of the walking up there is on those kind of old, quiet, in this case closed four-wheel drive tracks or dirt roads. So even if it rains a bit, it's not too bad. Although when you do head off on a bushwalking track up here, it can sometimes be a bit overgrown. So we'll see what today brings. There's also normally a fair bit of climbing involved in walks up here of any decent length anyway. So I can see looking almost a kilometre ahead of me. It looks like I'm climbing up a bit here. Something in the trees there making a bit of noise. Check out the contrast between the burnt side, looks like a prescribed burn, and the side that hasn't been burnt. So it looks like I'm swinging up Windy Point track and doing a little bit more climbing. Well, I've got about a kilometre and a half into it before the rain hit anyway. It's just misty rain. But it's enough misty rain to be annoying. I haven't put the wet weather gear on yet, but if this keeps up, it'll only be another 10 minutes or so. So we'll be going for the atmospheric shots today, I guess. But it's nice to be out in the bush breathing some fresh air after a pretty hectic week at work. It seems like the 17th COVID wave has hit. I've got guys off with COVID and all sorts of drama at the moment. So that little fairly nondescript hill there is called Windy Point. I'm just under 400 metres above sea level here. Good news is that rain hasn't got any heavier. I haven't had to slip the wet weather gear on because really I'm already I've got a thermal on. I'm already got a fair layer of sweat. If I chuck the Gore-Tex on over the top, it's going to get ugly. So now I'm heading across to a more major road which I'll follow. Then I'll take a side trip out to Four Brothers Rocks. So that's what's coming up in my immediate future. Yeah, well, that was a fucking smart thing to say. Literally 30 seconds after turning the camera off before saying the rain had mostly held off. And guess what? Yeah, Murphy's Law. Anyway, wet weather's on. At least I'm not climbing. So now it becomes a game of law of diminishing returns. How do I get wetter? Do I get wetter with the Gore-Tex on sweating? Or do I get wetter in the rain? I think we can safely say the rain's heavy enough that I need the Gore-Tex. So I've just arrived at Link Road. So I have to be a little bit careful of traffic now. Not that there'll be many people up and about on a wet Friday afternoon, I don't think, but it is an open road here. Just admiring the view off Link Track, thinking how good's this? And I figured I'd have a look at a map. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. I should have turned left. Alright, so that's an extra 100 metres to today's stats. So there's a lyrebird up around the corner here. I've seen a few. Very hard to get close enough to get a photo with the GoPro. We'll see what happens when I walk around the corner. He's just on the other side. Looks like a young male with all the tail feathers. Oh, I can't catch him. He's going up the hill quicker than I can walk. He's in those trees there somewhere. So I've arrived at the gate and the car park for Four Brothers Rocks. I've tried a couple of tracks, that one there and this one here, and they both go nowhere. My All Trails map has that being the track. That's definitely not the track. So I'd say this map was drawn off the map. It wasn't actually walked. I'm just heading up here to see what the sign says. This is actually the track that I'll follow back down to the ute soon enough. Let's see if we can find those Four Brothers Rocks, eh? I don't think I've been here before because none of this is ringing any bells to me. All right, views, eh? So we just passed through the tank trap. Keep my four-wheel drive brothers out. There's a lyrebird fiddling around over there too. There we have it. It's all about the journey, not the destination. So this is, I'm still up at Four Brothers Rocks, just having a little poke around before I start making my way back down to the ute. It's a little bit slippery in the rain, but I'm sure if it was dry, the kids would love this place. Yeah, allowed down there. There goes the lyrebird. Okay, so I'm going to drop down here. This will be the first. There's the live bird still over there, but I just can't get any closer. This is the first walking track of the day, which will be interesting because I've got no gaiters on, apart from my trail runner gaiters. So I'll be interested to see if I start picking up leeches down there, because I'm going to be brushing through some bush, I think. My walking track morphed into an old four-wheel drive track pretty quickly, so it's overgrown, hasn't been driven for a long time, but at least you can walk it without getting a scrub massage in the rain, in the wet. It is pretty steep though. I'm dropping. You can see where the water's eroded the track and it's slippery, so I think I'm going to stop filming because I need this walking pole at the moment. Yeah, a personal favourite. I'm not going under this one. I'm not going to step over it. So let's see if we can get across without slipping in the wet tree, eh? I don't think I'll video this because I need two hands. Alright, job cool. Cat-like reflexes worked again. I reckon since I opened my big mouth about an hour and a half ago at the top of that climb, it hasn't stopped raining since then. Anyway, it's only what is it today? Very end of March, so at least it's not super cold. So I'm just I've emerged out of the bush. I'm just crossing Link Track. This is the track that I walked the wrong way down earlier on. I'm heading down this Ferris walking track. So I'm not far from the end now. I'm not sure if it's the 3Ks, but it's not that far. So which is good because it's daylight savings ends tomorrow night. It's after 6 now and it's starting to get a little bit, with the cloud, starting to get a little bit dull. Oh, that's alright, I got a light. This is really nice. They don't call this place Bunyip State Park for no reason. If I was a bunyip, that's where I'd live. I'm thinking this is my track. So I found the leeches, or the leeches have found me. Now let's get back to the ute and get rid of them, I think. So I can hear a bit of traffic on that Gembrook Road, so I don't think I'm far away from the ute now. Okay, driving back at the ute. I think it's Mortimer's picnic ground. Walked 12.5 k's, around about 12.5 k's, climbed about 630 metres, so there's a bit of climbing in this walk. You can camp here too by the look of it. There's people camping. I don't think it's too busy tonight though. So the walk's mostly on closed four drive tracks. There's a bit of walking track every now and then. A lot of the four drive tracks have been closed for a long time, so they're pretty good walking. And there's one section on an open road up towards Four Brothers Rocks. Anyway, that's it for me.